Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Predictit, a basic introduction. I'm going to go over some tips and tricks, accounts, comments, trading, the markets. I also want to let you know that you should do your own research before investing in any market, much less Predictit. Alright guys, like, share, and subscribe, and let's get into it. In front of you, you'll see an example of markets that took place during the 2020 election season. Obviously, the election seasons are the busiest time for Predictit and where the most money can be made. You'll see an example of something with a yes-no single question market, such as will Trump be the 2020 GOP nominee? You can either buy shares in yes or no. When you buy a share, for example, at yes at 90 cents, if Trump is in fact the nominee for the 2020 election, the GOP nominee, in fact, it would resolve at $1. So if you spent 90 cents and you ended up being right, when that market settled, you would get $1. Now, you do not have to wait until the conclusion of a market to make money. You can sell before then to mitigate loss or to go ahead and lock in profit. Now, you'll see a lot of different types of markets. You'll be able to tell that there's markets about who will run and world markets on will 2020 be the hottest year. So there's a lot of different options available in terms of what you want to trade on. Now, profiles. So you'll see my picture of my donut here. And that's just to represent profiles. Profiles on Predictit are going to be the same as any financial institution. A little bit different functionality, but they're going to require the same things. They're going to require your social security number. They're going to require you to fill out some financial information, and they're going to send you some forms at the end of the year. But the reason they do that is because you are, in fact, trading real money, and so there are some precautions that Predictit has to take to protect themselves and make sure you are who you say that you are. So, outside of normal profile stuff, there's going to be some financial stuff, so just be aware of that. The comment section. The main thing you need to know about the comment section is that it is not moderated. So what you see in the comment section is just people. There is not a team at Predictit to go in and moderate the comment section. So if you find that someone is being spammy or just peddling false information or trying to get the price to go up or down on information that is not valid and verifiable, go ahead and block them, and it'll block every comment that they post in the future for you. Otherwise, just use it as a tool for discussion. There are tips and tricks with the comments in terms of how to manipulate the market, but we're not going to get into that. Now, a lot of people ask, Predictit, is it legal? Why is it legal? So what you need to know about that is Predictit is a project of Victoria University of Wellington, New Zealand, a not-for-profit university for educational purposes. The site is supported by Aristotle International Inc., a U.S. provider of data processing and verification services. They operate under the terms of a no-action letter granted by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, in October 2014. So fees on Predictit. There is a 10% fee on profits and a 5% withdrawal fee. So the 5% withdrawal fee means that if you withdraw $100 from Predictit, you're going to pay $5 in fees, and you would get $95 in your account. There is no fee to deposit money. So that same 100 would just go into your account and be available for use. 10% fee on profits means that if you bought shares for $1 and sold them for $2, you would have predicted 10 cents, which is only 10% of the dollar profit you made. And after the sale of those, for lack of a better word, shares, you would have $1.90. One pro tip I can give you is that if you fund your Predictit account with a credit card, you can get cash back on your credit card if you do have that feature. Then you can pay off your credit card instantly from the bank account you were going to use. And if you pay off a credit card, of course, before the billing cycle, there is no interest on that purchase. This does help negate the withdrawal fee by at least 1%. So that's one helpful tip I can give you. I will be making a more in-depth video with some more tips and tricks. Now, of course, everyone wants to know how to make money on Predictit. Now, the conventional wisdom in any real money market is to buy low and sell high. And That is definitely the goal, but there are many ways to make money in a market. Oftentimes, I personally would buy something at a certain price and sell it at another long before the market settles. You know, not that the chart on the screen is a wonderful example, but you can see many little dips in there. You can buy something at 90 cents, sell it at 93 using the maximum of, say, $850 and make a couple of bucks. You don't necessarily have to find out. You can trade on the speculation. So, another valid example of something like that would be this is a comparison chart between 2016 and 2020. So you can see 2020 was much closer on Predictit in terms of the spread of the market. So the actual share prices that were prevalent um, in mid October. But you can also see that there are some pretty large fluctuations. You know, middle of September, you could have bought low on Biden or Hillary and sold middle of October and made money without actually needing to see who won the election. Just trade on the news. That is one possibility. Now, risk and reward. You'll see on the screen that there is how many tweets will real Donald Trump post from noon December 18th to December 31st. This is a great example of one of those markets where you can speculate. You could spend $850 on what people will consider B2, B1, B2, B3, B4 going down from the top. If you see that in the comment section, that's what they mean. And you could buy that, wait for it to go up a couple cents, make a significant amount of money, and sell. Those are volatile markets, but you have to realize these are the markets where people make a lot of money. People will buy a lot of shares in all of the middle sections and then set them to sell, or just hope one of them ends up being correct. Um, that being said, while it is potentially the most lucrative type of market, I would advise you to stay away from it initially. You want to stick with things that have guaranteed profit. So that's, will Donald Trump be the, as we discussed earlier, the nominee for the 2020 GOP um, party? And of course, he will be. So, and obviously he was, but those are safe bets. You're going to make 12% on that market. And so if you can, I like to put maximum amounts on things like that. Now, people ask me about withdrawals. Usually they process withdrawals 2 times a week. Of course, it's up to them how they do it, but I will say that the withdrawal will be pending on your profile page. It may disappear. It is still in the process. Predictit is very good about responding if you have any questions, but it will take a couple of days for a withdrawal to process into your account. Now, what I was saying about them being good at responding is that their technical support is pretty excellent in the sense that they do respond. If you send a message to Predictit, they will get back to you with a personalized response. So if you have a question about how the site works, as I've had plenty of times, they will get back to you. And that will allow you to navigate the site better. Honestly, some of the little nuances on Predictit, you know, once you click the shares, yes, no, ask those questions. And I'm going to make more videos. Post your comments in the comments section. I want to know what topics y'all want to talk about for future videos so that I can and get the information you need. All right, guys, thank you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It's a free way to help the channel and helps get the information out.